Hey, welcome to the Springfield EDC. I'm Isaac. How are you doing today?
Wait. How did we even get here?
Was absolutely popping, y'all. That is right. Today I'm going to be traveling to Springfield, Missouri, right here in the Ozarks, to one of the newest Balisong stores in the entire Midwest.
Also the only Balisong store in the entire Midwest. But anyways.
Now, the other day, I was just doom scrolling on Instagram at about 11 o'clock at night when this video right here came across my feed.
A couple of months ago, I got my first Balisong. It's the Squid Industries Mako V5, and I've been busy learning some tricks, doing some moves, being a ninja, all that kind of cool stuff. And when I made that video, I announced that we were becoming a dealer and told you guys that we were expecting our first shipment soon. And since I made that video, I have not gone a single day without somebody saying, Isaac, when are the Balisongs coming? And my friend, I have good news. They'll be here next week.
Now, as you guys can probably imagine, I was basically losing all sanity. Crashing out, freaking out, or as I like to call it, flipping out. Ha, hee hee. I am so very funny. Anyways, for those of you who do not know, I live here in the beautiful Ozarks. No. There, yeah, like I said, the beautiful Ozarks. So Springfield is not that far away, but Springfield is far away, however, for some other people who live out of state. But we won't get into that right now. Let's head to the intro for this amazing video. Now, I thankfully have already been in contact with Isaac, the owner, or I assume to be the owner, of Springfield EDC. That's the guy you just saw in this video. And he told me that he will be there at least till 2 o'clock. And it is currently about 8 in the morning for me where I live. So, because I live a few hours away, we gotta get to getting. So the next clip you see will probably be... I am now at the gas station because it is about 8:30 in the morning and your boy did not get to eat breakfast, so we're gonna do this monstrosity. I don't even know what dragon fruit tastes like, but we are going to find out right now. I may not survive this one, boys. Goodness gracious.
Just to be clear, that was 100% nothing but food dyes. Do not try that. Had to make a little stop at Bricks and Minifigs here in Springfield, Missouri. Now, I'm not sure if they still have it all in one piece. I did not ask. But if you guys are here in Springfield and you pass by Bricks and Minifigs, feel free to ask them about the Lego Balisong that I actually loaned to them. Next stop, Springfield EDC. Alrighty guys, we are finally here at Springfield EDC. Let's get into this.
Hey, welcome to the Springfield EDC. I'm Isaac. How are you doing today? Yeah, now you're here to see our Balisongs, right?
100%. I've not actually tried that many authentic Squid Balisongs.
Good deal. Well, we just recently became a Squid Industries dealer. We have our entire Balisong section set up in the back, our little flippers corner back there. Let's go take a look.
Heck yeah.
All right, so on the left side here, this case is all of our demo flippers. So we've got everything from the Squiddies, to the Krakens, all the way up to the Nautilus available to flip right now. And then over here is all of the stuff that we've got for sale. And then we even have some live blade options right now too.
Heck yeah, mind if I give it a flip?
Please do.
Awesome. Now I actually have never tried the Squiddy Owl. So I'm excited to see how this thing flips.
You know, I've been really impressed with the way that flips, especially for a $90 Balisong, considering that it's all US made. I've been really impressed with them.
I will say, this is a better public flipper than I was honestly expecting. Awesome. So isn't this the Squiddy B?
Correct, that's the Squiddy B, so that's their Alcatel plastic. Those retail for about 55 bucks. They have the weight in the blade, and according to Squid, those are even TSA approved, so they're safe for an airplane.
Awesome. I will say this is a lot lighter than I was expecting. And here we have the OG Squiddy, which, like the most reviews say, is very handle biased, but still a classic. Now up here we have a live blade Kraken. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the Bowie, and you said you dulled this quite a bit, correct?
Yes, so Squid was kind enough to send us out some blemish models for us to put out for people to flip. These did show up with live blades. I ground the edge off of them just to make them as safe as possible. That way we don't have impaled feet in here.
Awesome. I also mentioned earlier that I love these magnetic Balisong stands.
Yeah, so
these
those
are awesome.
those are made here in Springfield, and we should have some of those available for sale pretty soon as well. They're pretty cool.
Awesome. Cool. And finally, we have the Mako V5, which is your personal favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Mako is what I've been flipping. These I picked up from Squid directly in Texas this year, at Blade Show in Texas. That's when we became a Balisong dealer for Squid. And I've been flipping this around a little bit. I don't know a ton of the tricks yet. I would not call myself a flipper at this point, but I have been super impressed with this one. It flips really nice, and I like it a lot.
Awesome. I absolutely love this nice deep dark blue, and it looks like a pretty decent bottle opener on the end, especially for being a Balisong without bushings, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct. I can confirm the bottle opener works excellently, and these start at only 120 bucks, which makes it a pretty reasonable option, I think.
Heck yeah. Alright y'all, now like I mentioned earlier, I have not been able to flip that many authentic Squid Industries Balisongs, other than of course my Cracker-Racken trainer with a matte finish. And like you guys probably know from my past videos, I hate matte finishes. So I've been really excited to come here and be able to chat with Isaac, which I'm pretty sure is the owner of this place, and also just simply be able to flip some more authentic Kraken trainers, as well as possibly even live blades. Now this right here, like we said earlier, is the Mako V5. Now off camera, I have been able to form my thoughts on this with how it flips, and I am surprisingly impressed. None of these Balisongs from Squid Industries flip like I would have imagined. I think for sure, as a content creator and as a flipper, whenever you're going and watching other Balisong videos and you watch people flip other Balisongs, you kind of get an idea in your head of how it will flip. And I have been completely dead wrong about how every single one of these Squid Balisongs is going to flip. I will definitely say that the Mako has a lot more of a neutral and maybe even blade bias weight balance rather than being handle bias. The best thing I can compare this to would be the Navalis Impulse and the Barracuda V2. If you had a mix between the Barracuda V2 from BB Barfly as well as the Navalis Impulse, you would without a doubt get the Mako V5 from Squid Industries. Now let's move on to a few more Balisongs, shall we? Next up, we have the aluminum version of the Squiddy, so aka the Squiddy Owl, which stands for the Squiddy aluminum version. This thing, yet again, flips very differently than I was expecting. I've always seen a lot of videos about this thing. I thought I would hate it. Genuinely, it's one of the Balisongs that I had no desire to flip. Thought I was going to hate this thing. It genuinely doesn't even look that good in my opinion, but I love this thing. I absolutely love it. It looks better in person than it does on camera. I'll definitely tell you guys that much. But the number one thing I'm impressed with about how this thing flips is the finish. This thing has extremely good grip and arguably the weirdest finish I have ever really had on a Balisong. Now this thing has no jimping, but because of how grippy the handles are, you don't really need jimping on this thing at all. I would definitely compare this to a mix between the Navalis Cheese and the V1 Extrusion, because if you guys don't know, the V1 Extrusion had very sandpapery feeling to the handle finish, a lot like this Balisong here. And I compare it to the Cheese just for the simple fact of the public flippability. This thing was a very good public flipper. Besides the fact that it's all silver, this thing would rank
probably the closest to the cheese when it comes to public flippability. Now let's move on to some of the plastic Balisongs that I've never really got to try before. Next up, we have the Squiddies. Now both of these, right off the bat, are about 20 times lighter than I would have expected. I have built Lego Balisongs in the past, as you guys know, and so that is the closest thing I've had to a plastic Balisong, because technically Lego bricks are plastic. But these things are a ton lighter than any sort of Lego Balisong that any of you guys may have flipped. I would say that the OG Squiddy definitely lives up to the original hype of the fact that it is really handle biased. This thing is like disturbingly handle biased. However, the Squiddy B has a weight on the end of the blade here, or the end of the trainer blade, plastic blade of course, making it less handle bias and more of a neutral weight balance, but still incredibly light. And I would say it's almost hard to flip because of how light it is. But if you are somebody who's looking for a really light flipper that you can maybe bring on airplanes, this is TSA approved, like Isaac mentioned earlier. And if you're looking for something you can flip in public, definitely go for the Squiddy B. Durability, on the other hand, not the most durable, as you guys can see. Quite a bit of play and very minimal tap. Otherwise, this thing is pretty good, just incredibly light, like I said earlier. Next up, we have the live blade Krakens. Now, like Isaac mentioned earlier, he did dull these. So, though normally this would be a live blade, it is dull enough to where it will not cut me or anyone else who wants to come into the knife shop and be able to give it a good flip. So this right here is the Bowie, but they also have in stock the Tainto and the Weehawk blades, both in live blade versions and, like I said, the dulled versions for the display models. These things are definitely a bit more handle biased than I was expecting. So compared to some of the Kraken clones that I've been able to flip, I would say that for sure the Tainto Kraken is much more handle biased than I was originally expecting, but still a very good Balisong with definitely one of the best looking Balisongs I've ever had the privilege to flip. Now, I do have some final thoughts on the Nautilus before we get back to Isaac and ask some more questions about the knife shop in general. I will say, compared to the Armshark Nautilus clone that you guys have seen me flip in the past, the jimping on the authentic Nautilus is so much better than any type of clone that I've ever had the privilege of flipping. And the way that this thing flips is very similar. It's very similar to the clone. The G10 feels very different. And the biggest change would be the sound. You guys cannot hear this thing at all because of how silent it is. It's not because I'm not flipping it. If we go to do a sound test, this thing is literally like dead silent. I am incredibly impressed by the sound of this thing and that it makes quite simply no sound at all. It's kind of like a very deep, dulled sound. It's like if you dim down the volume on a regular Balisong. It's incredibly weird, but obviously everyone loves the Nautilus. And finally, we have this thing. Now, if you are new to the Balisong hobby, or whether you're not new to the Balisong hobby, we all know where this thing looks familiar from. Cough, cough, polar flaps. We're not even gonna go there. Now, guys, besides just Balisongs, this is actually a knife shop. So, though Isaac does carry quite a bit of Squid Industries trainers, there are a ton of knives in this place, as you guys can see from the clips all over the screen here. But aside from Squid Industries stuff, Isaac has also had an interest in MachineWise Balisong, or MachineWise knives specifically. Can you tell us a little bit about your favorite MachineWise knives?
Yeah, for sure. So we opened the shop about 3.5 years ago, and up until fairly recently, it's been primarily a knife and everyday carry gear shop. So we have knives from MachineWise, Benchmade, Spyderco, Microtech, all of your favorite brands that we carry. We got into Balisongs honestly because of MachineWise. In my pocket today, I have the MachineWise Sonora, and we just got a fresh batch of these in. This is the new skeletonized handle version with the DLC blade. They're pretty sweet. MachineWise happens to make some of the best folding knives in the world, which is pretty crazy for a company that originally started out making Balisongs. But that's how we got into the MachineWise, is because I found out about the Sonoras and I just had to have them in the shop. We have a big batch of Sonoras behind you, and I think we can include some B-roll or show some more close-ups of them here in a second. But their Sonoras and the Mojave, which is their other folder, are amazing. So we actually have a big batch of MachineWise Balisongs en route as well. We should have about 8 or 10 of them coming in within the next few weeks. So hopefully pretty shortly after this video goes up, you should see some of those available in here as well.
Awesome. Now, if you guys are ever here in Springfield, Missouri, or anywhere in the Ozarks for that matter, and you are a Balisong content creator, flipper, or enthusiast, definitely stop by the shop. I forget the exact address here, but it's here on Republic, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're at 1312 East Republic Road in Springfield, Missouri, and then our website is springfieldedc.com. We have all of our inventory up online as well.
Awesome. I did not know that. I could have checked that before coming here just to figure out what type of Balisongs I would be getting to flip.
Now, Isaac, tell me what we are seeing here in this case.
All right, so this is our Microtech case. We are one of the largest Microtech dealers in Southwest Missouri, and we have the full selection. So if you guys are not familiar with Microtech, they've been making knives since about 1996, and they are most famous for their out-the-front automatic knives. This one here is the Ultratech. They make some bigger ones, they make some smaller ones, they even make some Star Wars ones. These are pretty cool. And they're actually legal to own and carry in most states now. Check your local laws first, just like Balisongs. So these are pretty darn cool.
Heck yeah. All right. Now, Isaac, I have a few more questions about some of your Balisong stuff. I know you guys, you sell, obviously, tons of knives, like we just went over. You now sell Balisongs, even have display models.
Yeah.
And the thing that I was more interested in is sharpening. You said that you guys can do a lot of sharpening here, is that right?
We do, yes. We have a full sharpening service in-house. We can sharpen just about anything as long as it doesn't have serrations. We charge $1 per inch of blade with a $5 minimum per knife.
Awesome. Now, my next question from sharpening, since that has to do with maintenance, is tuning. Do you guys do any sort of tuning, whether it's regular folder knives or Balisongs or anything like that?
Absolutely, we can. So with Balisongs, I'm still learning Balisongs myself. So tuning wise, you'll have to bear with me a little bit as we learn the art of tuning Balisongs, because I know that there's a lot that goes into it. With regular folding knives, we do what's called a spa service. So for 15 bucks, we can fully disassemble your knife, clean it out, re-lubricate it, reassemble it, and sharpen it. If you don't want just a sharpening and you want a little bit more in depth, we offer that as well.
Awesome. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to get the outro on camera, but right after that clip you guys just saw, right after that awesome time over at Springfield EDC, I wrapped that up. We got to film a few shorts together. Feel free to go check those out. They should be either on Springfield EDC on YouTube and Instagram, or here on my channel, most likely here on my channel. And I will technically be vlogging the rest of the day for you guys. So you guys will get to see what I'm doing the rest of the day. I think I'm fixing to go probably eat some lunch, because like I mentioned earlier, I did not eat breakfast, so I am very, very hungry. Now, speaking of food, if you guys don't already know, I am trying to do a subscriber race with every fast food restaurant out there. You guys have already helped me beat 7 Brew, I think possibly Starbucks. There was a few others. I'll have to check. But our next goal is Hardee's, all right? We've even beat out Dairy Queen, all right? We are so close to beating out Hardee's in YouTube subscribers. So feel free to hit that like button, but most importantly, hit the subscribe button. We can beat out Hardee's and maybe even one day beat out the big dog themselves, McDonald's. Now, also, I just realized, even though we just left Springfield EDC, I completely forgot to get a thumbnail there. So at this point in time when I'm filming, I do not currently have a good thumbnail for this video, so I may have to go back there later after lunch. We'll see if I get to do that or not. I do live out of town. I do not live in Springfield, Missouri, so I may be crunched on time, but we'll see. For now, let's go grab some lunch. That meal was gas, but I'm now here at Gabe's and found these absolutely fire hats. Heck yeah. We have now moved locations, boys, and I do not understand the purpose. Someone just down in the comments, tell me why. Why? I know this is going by pretty fast, but obviously, we gotta get some Dunkin'. Heck yeah. and I am still absolutely stuffed from that horrendous yet amazing meal. But I still had to grab an iced coffee. This thing is awesome. Alrighty, y'all. So, never got to have the special guest on here like I had originally planned earlier. I had a special guest coming from out of state that was originally going to meet me at Springfield EDC. Unfortunately, that did not get to happen, but I feel like we accomplished a lot today. By we, I mean me and you guys. We accomplished a lot. So let's head home. Let's vibe to some music. You guys can vibe with me, and then I'll show you guys when I get to the house what all we accomplished today. Let's do it.
Not by might, not by fight, not by fight, not by might, not by I walked in the valley with a pocket full of promises. 5 smooth stones, but my fate way the heaviest. They laughed at the shepherd, said you don't belong, but God had plans to make the shepherd strong. That's right. All but don't fit when it ain't your calling. It's by your power that the enemy's falling. Giants look big when you stare with fear, but they drop real quick.
What's up, y'all? It is now the very next day, but I feel like yesterday was awesome. We accomplished a lot together. Let's start from the top. We ate a drink. I just said we ate. My bad. I drank a drink with an absolutely absurd amount of food coloring. We went to the Bricks and Minifigs shop. Did not buy anything. Just had to make a quick little pit stop, of course. We went to Springfield EDC, got to chat with Isaac, got to try multiple Squid Balisongs, had an absolutely amazing time, filmed some shorts, got to film this video, which was awesome. Never got this part on camera yesterday, but I got this absolutely fire shirt. It's icy. Who doesn't like ices? Let's freaking go. And of course, we had an absolutely awesome lunch. I absolutely gobbled that up, and then made the stupid decision to go get an iced latte right afterwards, which, yet again, not the best idea yet. But yeah, yesterday was awesome. We got a lot accomplished. Now, if you guys remember earlier in the video, I said this text right here, unsubtle foreshadowing. I talked about someone coming out of state. Now, I was supposed to have a special guest that was supposed to meet me at Springfield EDC yesterday. Unfortunately, that did not get to happen. He ended up getting pretty busy last minute. Wasn't able to make it. But overall, I feel like we had an awesome time. Yet again, guys, please continue to help me hit my goal of beating Hardee's and YouTube subscribers. Don't ask what Hardee's did. I really don't know. It's just a freaking awesome goal. Beating fast food restaurants and subscribers. We've literally already beat Dairy Queen, as well as 7 Brew, and like a crap ton others. Come on, guys. Let's freaking go. With that, I will see you absolutely beautiful, amazing people in the next one.